Hello, I'm Randall Park, and I'm giving life advice to some of my past characters.
This is Brandon. Ever since he was little, Brandon has done everything fast.
Brandon from Too Fast. What life advice would I give him? I mean, that's easy. I would tell him to slow down. Jumping from one life moment to the next with very little in between. Just slow down, enjoy the moment, rest, stop making babies, because that's something that he does, and enjoy life. As an actor, I've worked on so many different sets and worked with so many different directors, but I would say my time making shorts and videos was the best training for me to eventually start directing, because it's really the same thing, you know, shooting shorts and videos and web series, and then, you know, production, scheduling, casting, writing, you know, post-production, editing, you know, putting in music. I mean, all that stuff I had already done. The feeling of screening it for people and having people love it, but also having people not love it, you know, just all those emotions that come with filmmaking, I had already done to a smaller degree. So it really did set me up. It was great training for directing a feature film eventually.
Well. Oh, and you must be Amy.
Yes.
So Dan, how's it working out with the VP? Because if you ever want to step several rungs down the ladder, I could always use help from a fellow Daniel.
Dan only climbs up ladders.
Yes, but sometimes you have to go down to go up.
Danny Chung from Veep, I think my life advice for him would be to be a little less smarmy, you know, just like be a little less of a politician and a little more real, because he, you know, he was a little icky, that character. Charming, knows how to play the game, but I think ultimately it might serve him well to be a little more man of the people. Yeah, I had a blast on Veep. I mean, really, it was working with that cast that was so fun. I mean, everybody in that cast was a heavy hitter, and so good at what they did, and working with Julia Louis-Dreyfus, who's a hero of mine, and then working with my friend Tim Simons, who is also in Shortcomings, you know, and who I've known for a very long time, and just adore that guy. And we seem to be following each other throughout our careers because I keep working with him, and I just love it. But yeah, it was a great time.
Okay. It's me, Dad. What's up?
My advice for Louis Wong. I don't know if I'd have much advice for Louis Wong, because he was a very content, lovely guy. You know, I mean, he loves his wife, he loves his kids, he loves his job at Cattleman's Ranch Steakhouse. He is a very much a beacon of positivity. If anything, I would want life advice from Louis Wong, because I feel like he really knows how to live life. He'd probably say, slow down a little bit, smell the flowers a little more. I do remember when playing him, you know, he was just such a positive, lovable character that it really started to permeate my real life. And I'd start feeling like a lot more just positive. My outlook on life from playing him was just so much more positive.
This is Atlantean technology, isn't it?
That's a tough character to give life advice to, because I don't want to spoil anything from the upcoming sequel to Aquaman, where we will hopefully be seeing more of Stephen Shin, because we've only seen a little bit of him. I will say this. This is just based on the little snippet at the end of Aquaman. The advice I would give him would be to watch the company you keep. And I can't really say much more than that.
James E. Wu, FBI.
Agent Jimmy Woo, what life advice would I give him? He's also kind of one that's tough to give life advice to. I feel like he's got it down. He's a good person. He's good at his job. He knows sleight of hand magic, which I don't know, but he does. I would say maybe up his magic game. That would be my advice. You know, take it to the next level. You know, do some optical illusions. You know, take it to that level. I think I'd get a kick out of that.
If you had to do any dream team up with anyone from the MCU, superpowered or otherwise, who would you want to appear on screen with?
It's a good question. Probably Deadpool. Be cool to see.
You always assume the worst about me, and then you end up acting crazy over nothing.
I'm not acting crazy, so stop using that word.
What advice would you give yourself before you started directing the film?
I think similarly, I would give myself the advice of really taking the moment. You know, take it in. I think I was so focused on making sure that I was ready and making sure that I was confident going in and paying attention to every detail, but really taking in the moment, you know, and remembering that making a movie is really tough, and the fact that I did it, let alone getting into Sundance and getting into Tribeca and coming out in theaters, you know, that's all great. But the fact that I was able to direct a feature-length movie is a very special thing that I shouldn't take for granted. Just, you know, take a moment and appreciate this accomplishment.